Hi, my name's Debbie. I am a 56-year-old woman who is overweight and tired of being overweight. The reason I'm making this video is because I'm doing intermittent fasting, and I see a lot of videos on YouTube about intermittent fasting and how to do it and the incredible results it gives you. But the majority of them are either by men or by much younger women. I do see a handful or so of older women doing videos, but most of them are not really documenting the process as it's happening, and that's kind of what I wanted to see. So, you know that old saying, be the change you want to see in the world? So I'm going to go ahead and be the one to do it. I'm going to put myself out there. I know that there's a lot more people out there than just me that are in their 50s. Like I said, I'm 56, that are struggling with having weight problems their entire lives, or at least their adult lives, or maybe their entire lives, that have done the yo-yo dieting. I am a yo-yo dieter. And that want to get a grip on it and want to find something that isn't just a fad diet, or isn't something that, you know, that you wouldn't be able to maintain your entire life. And that was my big thing, is I want to find something that I can do from now till the end of my days. And that was my focus. But why? Why am I doing this? Okay. A few months ago, I went to the doctors for the first time in years to find out if I had any serious health issues going on. I didn't feel sick, but I was tired. Just tired all the time. Had no energy. So I decided, after many months of procrastination, okay, maybe even a year of procrastination, I finally got the courage to go and get a physical. I was really scared. I'm not going to lie. I was really scared to hear the results. I just figured, I hadn't been to the doctor in so long, that there's going to be so much wrong with me that, whatever. I was scared. Luckily, I found out that there's nothing major going on. I don't have cancer. I don't have any deadly diseases. I'm not even diabetic, which shocked me, to tell you the truth. But I did have serious high blood pressure. Serious to the point that it was in the stroke zone. So that scared me. That scared me enough to actually have some self-talk and tell myself, all right, you know what? Enough is enough. Let's get real. You are not getting any younger. If you actually want to be around for your family long term, you got to do something. Got to do something now. I don't want to be a burden on my family. I don't want to be in a nursing home. I don't want to not be able to live my life because of a number, because of an age. I don't want that. And I know anybody my age, these are things we think about now. A 30-year-old girl is not thinking about this, but a 55-year-old girl, 60-year-old girl, we're thinking about this. We don't want to be a burden. It's just that simple. At least I can't. I won't. So I had to get serious. First things first, I had to get my blood pressure down. So they put me on medication and gave me very strict, very serious instructions of how to start changing my diet. I have been a junk food junkie my entire life. Fast food was my main source of nutrient, or lack thereof. Fast food, candy, popcorn, chocolate, ice cream, yes, carbs, every carb, potatoes, pasta, bread. Oh my gosh, that was my diet. Vegetable? What the heck is a vegetable? I'm not a green person. I don't eat green. I never have. But I had to get serious. So and Pepsi. Oh, Pepsi. I'm not a big coffee drinker. Never really acquired a taste for it. But still wanted the caffeine. And Pepsi was my drink of choice. And I'll tell you what, it was not unusual for me to drink a 2-liter or more a day. I know I should be bigger than I am, right? But anyways, so I got serious. Cut out the Pepsi. Literally, no more Pepsi in my house. Done. Replaced it with water. Cut out fast food. Not going to lie to you, I did not cut out fast food completely, but I definitely cut it down a lot. A lot. Threw away my salt shakers and started paying attention to how much sodium was in the foods I was eating. Processed foods from the freezer section. Sodium, oh my Lord. So I got serious about that. And I actually started paying attention to that stuff. And I was able, with the help of the medication, to drop my blood pressure. It's not normal. It's not nowhere near normal yet, but it's manageable now. It's to a point now where I don't need to go to the doctor every month anymore. Now she said I can come back in 4 months. Yay. So that makes me happy. And my energy did increase a little bit just from my blood pressure dropping. Common sense. So I decided, okay, good. We got this under control. I need to get my weight under control. I just do. At that point, I was at 210 pounds. I'm 5'2". So that's a lot of extra weight. And I will do pictures, maybe in a future video, but not today. Today I'm wearing comfy clothes because I live in Michigan and it's winter and I'm cold. So I'll do pictures. I will. But right now I'm at well, not right now. I'm sorry. When I started this to get serious, I was at 210 pounds. So I thought, okay, what can I do? What can I do? I don't want to do yo-yo dieting. I got to find some way of managing my food intake, managing my calories, managing what I put into my mouth long term. Not just for a month, not for 6 months, not for a year, for the rest of my life. I wanted a lifestyle change, something that I could actually maintain. I had tried Atkins a little while back, like before the high blood pressure thing. And it worked. I mean, in 3 months, I lost more than 30 pounds. So it did work. But I'm a carboholic. And cutting carbs was torturous to me. I mean, it was torturous. I did it. But I was not happy. I was not happy at all. In fact, I was very unhappy. And just like every other diet I've tried, I couldn't sustain it. Went off it after 3 months. Gained the 30 pounds that I lost back, plus some. Okay, plus 10 or 20. Plus a lot. That's how I got to be 210 pounds. Yo-yo dieting. So I started doing research. And the big thing that I've been hearing a lot about and seeing a lot about is intermittent fasting. And I thought, fasting, come on. I had to fast for my blood work when I went to the doctor a few months ago. And that was torturous. So I thought, fasting, really? But let me do some homework. Let me do some research. So I've watched, oh my gosh, I can't tell you how many hours of YouTube videos. I can't even tell you how many scientific research papers about fasting. Because I wanted to get serious, okay? OMAD Revolution is a man that had gone through, he was like 300 and some odd pounds, and now he's 190 or 180, and he went through the whole process on video, and he's really, if you're going to check out a man's OMAD or intermittent fasting videos, go to OMAD Revolution. That guy is very inspiring. He is very inspiring. And I really enjoy his videos. But anyways, so I started intermittent fasting. And what I did is I started slow. So I started 16 hours of fasting with an 8-hour window for eating. Now, you don't eat the entire 8-hour window, but you're allowed to eat within that time frame is how it works. And I did that, but I found that I was still eating too much. I was still eating too much. So I bumped that up, and I went from 16 hours of fasting to 18 hours of fasting. And I find that didn't, it wasn't doing enough for me, that I felt like I could see any results from it. So I bumped that up, and I went to 20 hours of fasting with a 4-hour eating window. And what I found I was doing is during that 4 hours of eating time, I was really only eating once. Was it a lack of hunger? No, not really. But during that 4-hour window, I would eat like one giant big meal, and I'd be satiated. I'd be fine. I'd be full. I wouldn't need to eat again. So that's what I've been doing. Now, I did this over a course of time. I mean, it's been a month now. Today's the 27th of January. I actually started intermittent fasting about the 29th of December. So just under a month now, I guess. So in that time, I started with the 18-hour window of fasting, and then 16-hour fasting, and then I went to 18-hour fasting, and then I went to 20-hour fasting. Now I'm at OMAD, which is 1 meal a day, which is what I was doing at the 20-hour fasting anyways. So the difference being I'm OMAD, but I don't eat at the exact same time every day. Like, for instance, yesterday I finished my meal at 6 o'clock. So to go 24 hours, I'm not supposed to eat today until 6 o'clock. I may not be hungry at 6 o'clock, so I might eat at 8 o'clock. I might eat at 9 o'clock. So I'll give myself a few hours there. So I go anywhere between 22, I would say 22 to 26 hours a day fasting. And it works perfect. It works perfect for me. And I'm eating carbs. And if I want a little bowl of ice cream, I'm having a little bowl of ice cream. I'm not depriving myself, is the point. I'm not doing something that I wouldn't be able to continue doing the rest of my life. And I don't cut out any certain food group, because I find, and from the research that I've read, when you do that and you cut out carbs, for example, when you do introduce them back into your life, which you invariably will if you're a carbaholic like me, your body doesn't accept it as well. Your body builds up almost a resistance to it. So I don't want to be in that position. So there are days that I'll eat way less carbs than other days to try and balance myself out. But I'm not saying, oh, I have to keep my carbs under 20 grams a day. I'm not doing that, because I know me, and I know that's not gonna be a long-term thing. I can't do that long-term. So I don't. What I do, however, is as I'm going along with this, I'm making a little bit better choices in the majority of the foods that I eat. I'll still have chips. I'll still have a cookie. I'll still have McDonald's, believe it or not. But then the next day, I'll eat clean. I'll have all veggies, or I'll have protein and veggies and maybe a little bit of fat, or a lot of fat and a little protein. And I change it up. I do. I change it up a bit. But so I can keep all the food groups in there, and I'm not depriving myself. So today, January 27th, I weighed myself this morning, and I'm at 196 from 210. On December 29th was 210. Today is 196. So it's working. It's working. And it's hard. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie. It is hard. You do get hunger pains. But that's when you drink that water. The more water I drink, the less the hunger pains are bothersome. I've only been doing OMAD, 1 meal a day, for about a week and a half now, I guess it's been. Maybe, yeah, about a week and a half. And I'm seeing much better results than I was for the 16 or the 18-hour fast. This is working for me. Now, I know this isn't going to work for everybody. Of course not. There is no one thing that works for every single person. But the reason I love this is because not only is it showing me that a lot of the eating I was doing before was emotional, had nothing to do with my physical body or needs or actual hunger. It was emotional. It was, oh, I'm happy, let me eat. Oh, I'm sad, let me eat. Oh, I'm excited, let me eat. Oh, I'm scared, let me eat. I mean, talk about emotional eater. Good Lord, I was crazy. I guess I don't run to food as much, or at all, based on my emotion anymore. I just don't. And to be honest with you, I freaking hated meal planning. Hated it. Although I will, in my mind's eye, I will, when I'm fasting, decide what I'm eating before I eat. So like today, I know what I'm going to have for dinner today, for my one meal today. Which you need to do just so that you're prepared, you know, obviously. If you want to plan out 1 meal a day for the week, go for it. I don't, but I'm just not that person. But for a lot of people, that works out really better for them. So you do what works for you. But here's some science that I've learned about fasting. And again, this is a learning process. But some of the science that I've learned is important stuff. When you fast, you're resetting your metabolism, which is huge for women my age. You're resetting your immune system, again, huge for women my age. And you're increasing your HGH. Do you know what HGH is? That is a human growth hormone. That's the thing that's an anti-aging hormone. And it also helps you maintain muscles. So when you're losing weight, you're not losing muscle mass. And when you're fasting, HGH is increased. So it's protecting your muscles. I mean, how great is that? Then I also learned if you fast longer, like 24, they say 18 to 36 hours, you start releasing what's called autophagy. Now, I had never heard of autophagy either, but autophagy is actually when your good cells attack your bad cells. And when you lose weight and in your belly, and basically you're losing fat, but you're just shrinking those fat cells. Well, what autophagy does is it destroys those fat cells. It doesn't just shrink them. It literally destroys them, which is why your skin doesn't get real saggy. But it destroys them, and then it uses the materials from that destroyed cell and puts it in places that your body needs it. For me, I've been a lifelong smoker, and I do mean lifelong. So I'm hoping that with autophagy, it's helping my lungs. I don't know. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, but I know that I'm using autophagy to help me lose the weight and fight aging as much as I can, because I don't want to get old. But, I mean, come on. We are already old, so whatever. But this isn't for everybody. Obviously, it isn't. And if you're going to do something like this, please, oh, please, oh, please see a doctor, because you don't know what your unique individual health challenges are. And I am not a doctor, do not claim to be a doctor, have never claimed to be a doctor, and would never advise anybody on what to do with their bodies. I'm just telling you my own experience. Been doing this OMAD for about a week and a half, have never felt better, have never had more energy than I have now. I'm in love with this idea, and I'm going to continue doing it, and I'm going to document it and share it with you, and hopefully there's some of you that want to do this with me, and we can do it together. So post questions, comments, whatever. Look, I have no makeup on. I'm aware of that. I'm not a supermodel. Never claimed to be. I've got my gray. I'm old. What are you going to do? So let's leave the bashing to the kids. We're adults. We know our issues. Let's be here to help each other. And that's really what I want to do, is I'm doing this to help other women my age that are afraid to try something new, or are afraid to take control, or just want to know, what can I do that I can sustain? I'm doing this. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. And I'm going to do it faithfully. So I don't know how often I'll post, but at a minimum, I will post every week. If I can do more, I certainly will. But at a minimum, I'll post every week. So hit that like button, subscribe button, and I guess you got to hit that little bell that's on the bottom too, so that when I do post another one, you'll get notified of it. I guess that's a YouTube rule, whatever. Anyways, come on this journey with me, and let's do this. I'm so excited. And as I said, promise by my next video, I will post pictures. I promise. I promise. I promise. And some days you're going to see me with makeup, some days you're not. Some days my hair's up, some days it's down. This isn't about a beauty contest. This is about, let's get healthy and let's be around for a real long time, because our families want us to be. Okay? Love you all, and I'm so excited to take this journey with you. Can't wait to see your comments and questions. See you again. Bye.